Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video, we'll be going through an unboxing of the Spinatia Commando type. And this particular kit is from the 30 Minutes Missions line. And this was released by Bandai in the current calendar year, which is 2022. So I've had this as well as a few other kits which videos have been recorded, some have been published, some are still pending. But yes, this has come to me recently from HobbyLink Japan, so I will include a product link to this particular Commando type Spinatia in the description, and probably some of the other 30-minute mission kits as well. So here we have the front of the box for the Spinatia Commando type. It's a red and black kit. What's not to like about it? So from what I can tell, there will be the more of the armored mode of it in the not so armored mode. And then we also have some different visuals across the front of the box. But overall, I will say I quite like the look of it. And yes, it's the red and the black is already doing it for me. It has been a while since I've last done a Spinatia, but I know it should be a very fun build. So that's the front of the box. In terms of the bottom of the box, we do have a bit of a breakdown of the core Spinatia, and then a lot of those additional accessories that will be added onto it. We have a number of action poses with some of its different weapons. So they do have this difference between the armored up and non-armored version, so that on the left side it's the non-armored, whilst on the right it is, which is very cool. And then here we have a bit of a customized plan for this particular Spinatia. Very nice. That was the bottom of the box, side of the box, pretty much your stock standard. And yes, it is set, well, kit number 43 of the line. And then pretty much just some basic assembly notes on the other side of the box. So cracking this open, what do we have inside? Probably 2 bags. 3 bags of runners and a manual. So I'll crack open those bags and then we can have a better look at everything that is included. And with everything now out of the bags, here we have the front of the manual for the Spinatia. I actually quite like what they do for these particular manuals. It just looks, compared to what we're used to with a usual Gundam manual, this is just a nice refreshing style change. It's quite nice to look at. So we do have various blurbs which probably will not seem to focus very well. Let's see if I can change that. So there we go. So we do have some blurbs. So we have the base Spinatia, another blurb for the Commando type, and a bit of a story blurb. And down here we have a breakdown of the 3 different forces, I guess in this part of the story. So the Earth Alliance, the Balian forces, and the Maxian forces, which is always very cool. And I do like how they have their own different aesthetic on their various combat forces. So that's the front of the manual. In terms of the back, just a usual breakdown of how to build the base kit together, maintaining some of that quick and easy intuitive building. So we will have some A's, B's, and C runners to build things through. And then there's the basically the truncated version of the, here's pretty much how you build everything on the one sheet, especially if you have built a number of these in the past. Before we get too far into it, we do have some customized options, which is very nice to see, which I guess is one of the beauty of these 30-minute mission kits. And then here's the customized plan for the one that we saw on the bottom of the box, and it does look really, really cool. The hammer keeps reminding me of Reinhardt from Overwatch, but yeah, that does look very cool. I haven't really gone too much into customizing, but it's obviously something to think about in the future. Before we get too invested in things, there's the basic parts list. So 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's, 2 D's, and some polycaps. Building of the head, which is pretty much straightforward. Then building of the main body. The arm units, so your left and your right. Going to the waist unit and the 2 legs. Legs being your left and your right. And then pretty much putting that all together, and there will be a action base as always. And then over here is pretty much the steps for how to armor up the Spinatia, and then the weapons option parts, which are all included within this particular set as well. So it's a very comprehensive build, this particular Spinatia, but does look very, very fun. So that was the manual, and surprisingly enough, there are no marking decals for this one, which is a nice relief. At least I'm pretty sure there weren't. So that is pretty much the manual, and going straight into these runners. So we have, starting off with A1 in black. I actually wouldn't be surprised if this is becoming a bit of a universal runner, but it is what it is. So A1 in black. We also have A2, which is just a single piece, just a translucent green visor item. That was A2. We have B1 and B2, both in red. B2 being a carbon copy of the bottom part of B1, whilst the top part of B1 are unique pieces, which I suspect will be head and torso, quite possibly. So that's B1, B2, and both in red. We have our C1 and C2, which actually are currently attached. When was this first printed? 2019. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the universal joints runner for a lot of these 30-minute missions. C1, C2, all in the one black color, but that does look very nice as always. We have D3 and D4. However, I don't... Nope, I take that back. There is some carbon copying. So D4 is a copy of... if I could just get myself back in the camera. The left side of D3. D4 will have some unique weapon options, whilst the rest of D3 will also have some weapon options and some more armor options. But yes, there is that carbon copying of D3, D4 for the armor, and both these runners are in red. And then lastly, the included PC7 polycap joints in grey. Pretty much a stock standard and staple of the series. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the Spinatia Commando type. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this was picked up from Hobbylink Japan, like I do most of my Plamo. So there will be a product link to this kit, as well as some of the other 30-minute missions within the video description. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram, link in the description below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, whether it's another 30-minute mission, Plamo, or something else on my channel. See ya.